Hi guys, my name is Ebere Sonia Okeke. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's story time. I would like to talk more about myself, my family, my experience in life, and life generally about me. I was born in Nigeria, in Enugu State. I was a first child to my parents, but unfortunately, my mom is late. I was born with being a physically challenged person. Being physically challenged in my country, where I come from, is tough. Is a hard thing that could happen to anybody. People will treat you like your life doesn't really like matters. Like it just like you have to really beg everybody to love you. You literally beg everybody to love you. So when I was growing up, find myself in that situation, I said to myself that I will have to work hard to give myself a better life. Like, I want a good life for myself. I don't want to depend on people to feed me. I don't want to depend on people to do things for me. I don't want to be somebody that I have to beg people to feed me before I could eat. I don't want to beg people for clothes before I could wear clothes. And then I said to myself, what do I have to do to give myself a better opportunity as a human being? I was not fortunate enough to see somebody that will sponsor me to go to school. Like I said, I was raised by my mother, and my mother is she wasn't doing so well in her business to sponsor me and my younger sister to school. I used to do so many things when I was in Nigeria. I hawked pure water, I said things, I said pepper. I used to, like, anything I could lay my hand on just to make myself and my late mother to feel okay. I would do it up to when my mother passed. When my mother passed, it was the whole world was like clawing or against me. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh God, what do I do? And then I used to, when my mother was still alive, when I go to Obeta, Enugu, is a market in Nigeria, in Enugu State. When I go to Obeta, I used to like people that braid hair. I love braiding hair a lot. I used to see people braiding hair, and then I admire them so much. There's this lady that used to braid hair. Every time my mother sent me to go and hawk pure water or go sell something, and what do? I will always go to the lady's store, and then I'll be there looking at the lady. I admire her so much. I was so in love with like the way she braids. She braids so nice. And then I used to tell my late mother, I'll be, Mommy, I want to be a braider. I want to know. I want to do hair. I want to do hair. I is what I want to do. My mother will say, no, I want you to go to school. And I'll be like, oh, I want to really go to school. But the thing is, when I see my mother, the suffering that she's suffering, the pain she's going through, the pains and she's going through in life, I want to go to school, yes, but does my mother have the finances to sponsor us to go to school? No, she doesn't have enough finances. And then I'm like, okay, I want to learn how to braid, but she didn't like it because she wanted us to have a good education. I'm sorry, guys. She wanted us to have a good education. She wanted us to go to school to like probably become a lawyer, probably become a doctor. Like that's what most African parents want for their children. So my mom will always like send me like, oh, I want you to go to school. I want you to know be somebody in life. And then my mother, somehow she was ashamed of my hand, because like it's like everywhere I'm going, people always look at me. She's always struggling like, What do? I want my daughter hand to be okay. I want my daughter hand to be straight. And me, I was feeling so down. I always have inferior complex. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I can't even have a dress that is short. I always feel so imbalanced. Every cloth I have to wear, I have to wear every cloth that will cover my hand. Like, everywhere I'm going, if I pass somebody and that person turn and be looking at me, if I pass somebody on the road now, before the person will start looking at me, I've already turned and start looking at the person, because all my mind is like, everybody I pass will always look at my hand. Everybody I pass will always look at my hand. So I have so much low, like, self-esteem, so much. And when my mother died, my younger sister, she got married, and we all moved to Lagos. And then when I moved to Lagos, I met my coach. He's from Yoruba side of Nigeria. And then he introduced me to sports. I used to do track and field when I was when I was a little bit younger in school, when I was in high school. So my coach introduced me to special school sport, and he told me I could be running and be making money, and they will be paying me. I said no problem. So I started doing